we've finally gotten to like some of my favorite problems. Basically, we're looking at this and we're trying to write the equation of this graph. So first off, we know we're going to have a y. Ugh, this one was almost easy. It's fine. We're going to have a y. We're going to have something with an x. We're going to have a b. Now, it's a dotted line and it's below, so I know we're going to end up with y is less than, not equal to, less than something x plus b. So let's figure out our slope first. So let's zoom in because that's kind of hard to see. So first off, we've got this point here and this point here. Between those 2 points, I went up 2. So I know my slope is going to be up 2. Then we go over 3. So it's up 2 over 3. My slope. But now I notice that my y-intercept is not in a pretty spot. So I'm going to have to solve for it. So for solving purposes, we can just kind of pretend it's equal. Okay, so we're going to have a y, we have 2/3, and then we have an x. And we just have to pick a point. We can pick any point on this line. I'm going to pick this one because it looks like small numbers. So this is the point 2, 3. Oh, my favorite. So we're going to plug in 3 for x and 2 for y. We're going to pretend it says equal for a minute because we're looking for b. So we've got 2 times 2/3, so that's 4/3 plus b. And we're going to subtract 4/3 from both sides. And we get b equals, and 3 minus 4/3 is 5/3. And if you need to, you are more than welcome to use a calculator to do this. So then I put a positive 5/3. By the way, 5/3 is the same thing as 2.666666666. It's forever. Okay. And that's why I don't write the decimal, because no. So then this is our equation right here. Any questions here? Hopefully not. But if you do, you are more than welcome to ask me. In class, preferably, or over email. It's all good. All right, right here, we're going to do the same thing. Notice, again, it doesn't cross at a pretty point. We'll be okay. All right, first things first. We have y, we have an x. We can pick our inequality signs. We want it above the line, so we want greater than. And then we have a solid line, so we want equal to. All right, so now let's find our slope. So between the point on the left and the point on the right, we go down 1. And then we go over 3. So my slope for this line so far is -1 over 3x, which is nice. And now we need to figure out where the crap this point is. So we're going to pick a point. I'm going to pick this point because it looks pretty in small numbers. So this is the point 2, 1. So I'm going to have 1. And we're going to use equal to for right now because we're solving for something. Equal to, and then we've got our -1/3 from our slope. And we're going to multiply that by 2. And then remember, this is what we're trying to solve for the whole time. This is the entire purpose of doing this, is to find b. All right, so we've got 1 equals -2/3 plus b. So we're going to add 2/3 to both sides. And we get b equals 5/3, which, as we discovered on the last problem, is... Was it really the same? No. Yeah, it was. As we discovered in the last problem, is a ridiculous long decimal with lots of 6s. So we're just going to write it as positive 5/3. And there's our equation. It's beautiful! Ta-da! All right, I want you guys to go ahead and give these a try. Notice that this one is a beautiful, like, X-only line. And it should point the direction of the shading. It's the only one. Then you're going to have one on the right. Doesn't hit a pretty point, so you're going to have to figure that one out. Then you've got this one right here. Again, doesn't hit a pretty point. You're going to have to figure that one out. And once you finish that, go ahead and write your recap, and you are done for today.